as the 5 red lights go on in Japan, rounded here in Tier 2 WHF. And as they go out, Luxury leads us away as Lime gets a shoddy start, allows Zampa straight up into P2. And Zampa now may even have a look on the inside of Luxury as they just about navigate through. And there's a yellow flag out, and SNZ already out of the session. And it's a safety car here on lap 1. Slap of the race, Zampa now back on the inside of Lime. Side by side they go down into turn 1. This could be carnage. As side by side they go, a little bit of contact, bumping and barging through turn 1. Zampa leaves the track as he rejoins. Lime gets ahead, but Tai gets through the gap after these two come together. Zampa and Lime coming to blows yet again. You just always expected that it was going to happen. We head down the main street as we start lap 7. Can Tai get ahead of Luxury? And Tai in the Ferrari, currently P3 in the championship. But a win here could absolutely add a lot to it as Lime dives on the inside. Luxury leaves the track a bit afraid of Lime's move there as Luxury trying to find a way back around the outside again. But Lime gets on through there. And Luxury spooked off the apex of the corner as Lime picked the inside there. They've been getting ahead of Ellis as well as Ellis leaves the track. Raheem now on the outside. Owen Ledgeman brushes the rear of his brother Ollie, and Raheem with a lovely move around the outside. Just TJ going to follow him through. Lime up into turn 1, gets ahead of Tai as we were watching some lovely moves there as TJ battle with Raheem down into turn 1. TJ battles out, thinks better of going for a move there. Very risky move to go for. And Tai rear flashing on that Ferrari as Luxury going to pick the inside, and Luxury dives it on through into turn 1, and Luxury back up to P2 as he'll try and head after Luxury. As a big snap in the rear there as TJ getting ahead of Raheem, and there's so much action we don't know who to follow. Gunner getting ahead of Ledgeman here as Ledgeman down to P12 here, but Luxury now with DRS may blow past the Aston Martin driver and does just that, and Luxury now comfortably ahead into P1. And that may have been a little early, but he was trying the undercut here as TJ getting ahead of Ollie Bean now, and TJ with a mega recovery drive here. But a VSC has come out, and Luxury's actually gone in here along with Lime and Tai and Crimson as well. This VSC is going to really help all the medium runners here. But Luxury now going to have to try and extend his mediums to go to the end there. That's going to be a big ask as Lanky picks up a 3-second time penalty. As Stephen now down through 130R, and Stephen gets ahead. Brave move through 130R for the Ferrari driver. And Sci-Fi Mega Hype as well. As Dubno in the rear of Sci-Fi Mega Hype going to pull to the inside. And Dubno through into P7. A 3-second time penalty play in Luxury's race. Can he manage the mediums to the end here? Is Luxury on the outside of Gunner. Gunner just waves him on through. Gunner doesn't want to deal with any stress of battling with the leader here. And Luxury now, if he continues to build a gap here and manages the mediums, Luxury may have a win on his return. Meanwhile, Lime unfortunately lost a lot of time because of the VSC. As Scones now on the inside of Sci-Fi Mega Hype. We've also got TJ on the inside of Sci-Fi Mega Hype as well. Through 130R, another brave move on Sci-Fi Mega Hype. 2 laps in a row here. As TJ wants Sci-Fi into the rear of TJ, and contact and damage for Sci-Fi, and he probably should come in and fix that damage, which he is going to do. And hopefully he does get the front wing fixed on the front of that V-Carb. As TJ now charging to the rear of Scones, and TJ on the inside of Scones gets ahead. Lovely brave move. With DRS on the rear of Dubsy. Can he catch the McLaren as we charge down to turn 1? Scones on the inside of the McLaren gets ahead now. Ahead of Scones. We've got Ollie Bean and Ellis battling here as Dubsy watches the brothers battle. Ollie Bean actually leaves the track there. And Dub now on these soft tires. Can he find a way through as the brothers box him in now? Oh, and a big contact into the wall goes Ledgeman. And somehow catches it there, but Dub Z moving across in the straight there. And contact with Ledgeman and Ollie Bean. I'm not quite sure how Ledgeman has avoided damage there. It looked like he hit the car and the wall. But Ledgeman somehow has avoided damage. As Ellis battling with Gunner, and what a switchback. Absolutely Diabolical switchback from Ledgeman. But Gunner with DRS going to get back ahead. But that was absolutely beautiful from Ledgeman there. And unfortunately, he'll not keep the move despite how beautiful that was. But Gunner on the 4-lap fresh hards in VSC. But Luxury actually into the box. Luxury doesn't believe his tyres are going to go to the end. So Lime now back into the driver's seat here. 2 time. Meanwhile, TJ catching the rear of Crimson. Crimson's going defensive to the inside. TJ round the outside. Trying to find the way through, but Crimson goes wide though. TJ with a switchback. Oh, it's a big spin though from TJ over to the grass. And he just about saves it there, but has lost range from Crimson now. Ty now, still trying to stay with Lime. TJ, as Luxury dives on the inside at the hairpin. Risky place to go for a move. And now Luxury trying to out-drag TJ, and Luxury gets ahead now as Gunner retires in the pit lane. And as we start the penultimate lap, can Ty start to catch Lime? Lime weaving down the straight, which is insanely questionable. And Lime in the Aston Martin for the 3rd time this season as he rounds the final corner. Lime will win in Japan ahead of Ty Clear, followed by Luxury, although he may lose the podium to Crimson and TJ. Unfortunately, Luxury had a great race on his comeback to WHF, but drops down to P5. Meanwhile, Stephen finishes P6, followed by Scones in P7. And there you have it, Lime wins for the 3rd time this season, finishing ahead of Ty, with Crimson jumping up to the podium just ahead of TJ with an absolutely sensational drive all the way down from P19 to P4. Meanwhile, Luxury on his return gets the fastest lap but does not get the win that seemed possible early in the race. And as we have a look at what that's done to the standings, Ty Clear jumps Stephen Beecham again as TJ keeps his P2 in the championship, as Crimson still in touching distance, as well as Lime on a charge towards the end of the season. As we head to Baku next time out, anything can happen. Which way will the Tier 2 Championship title sway? You'll have to find out next time out as we head to Baku for round 9. Please like, follow and subscribe and send this to your nan. I've been WHF. Thank you all for watching and goodbye.